How's everybody doing? Today I'm recording on my iPhone cause I forgot my memory card for my camera. Like before I left the house today, I was thinking about like the word purpose. Like I want to know what's my purpose in life. I want to know, do anybody else know their purpose? Because I haven't figured out my purpose yet. I'm still trying to figure that out. And I want to know, when I do find my purpose, would I be happy with it? Or like, would it be different from what I thought it would be? Like, would my dream be my purpose or something else? Would I still be satisfied as something else be my purpose? And I don't know. I tell myself yes and no, because it's one of my goals is to play football, but not everybody make it playing football, right? And at the moment I'm not even playing college football, so that time window is running out anyway. I have 2 years left of college, so can I really be able to excel from playing football by then and be able to make it to the league? Because I've been failing a lot, so I want to know, is my purpose for me to provide a better pathway for the upcoming generation, or this generation also, on what not to do and what to do to get better at to succeed, is what I'm saying. For example, I've failed the ACT test a lot, and by failing a lot, when I mean a lot, it took me 5 times to pass the ACT. So the first 2 times I cheated, and I was 17. I was just trying to pass. You feel me? Looking for the quickest way to get my high school diploma. I'm like, man, I'm finna cheat, not knowing bro, this is your life right now. That's on the line. If you don't take this test serious, that you won't have a future, basically. That didn't click in my mind at the time when I was 17 years old. You get it? It didn't click to me that people would kill that be in my position to take the ACT to get my high school diploma, because I didn't pass the FCAT. It was the FCAT at the time. So I'm like, bro, after the 2 times I felt it, I done went, I'm like, you know what? Let me stop, because I got to walk through my graduation, but I just didn't receive the diploma. I got a certification of completion saying, hey, you've done about da-da-da-da-da. I needed one more step to get my diploma. And I'm like, it's just a test. I'm going to pass it. I had other friends who went the GED route. I'm not shaming them, but I'm like, bro, if all I need to do is pass a test to get my high school diploma, you think I'm going to let that stop me? I couldn't find out I couldn't go to college either, because part of receiving your FAFSA, if anybody don't know what a FAFSA is is aid from the government, federal student loan aid. They give you money to go to college. So yeah, I'm like, wow, I didn't know that. And so I'm like, oh, 2015, when I took the 2 tests, I felt that I'm like, oh, I got to do this on my own then now. I'm like, oh, God ain't finna let me fail this test a 3rd time. Got the test. For the ACT, you need a composite score of 19. That means if your reading, math, and science add up to a total of 19, or you could get 19 on the reading, then you'll pass. I'll get my diploma. So every time I take it, my composite and my reading be 17. I'm like, what's going on? And then, starting there, my mom like, I have a Caribbean mom. Well, I'm Haitian also. We all Haitian. But I'm just saying, Haitian parents don't play that. They're like, oh, you can't pass a test? Da-da-da-da. And I'm like, man. You feel me? I started doubting myself. I'm like, damn, bro. I mean, I tried on the 3rd time. I'm like, well, I don't know what's going on. And then, after the 3rd time, it started to become like, what? That's when fall start to hit. And fall hit, I still couldn't pass the test. I signed up for October. I'm like, maybe I could catch a mini term, like 8-week classes and all that. By then, in 2015, the 4th time I took it again, same result. I didn't pass it. I got a 17 again. I'm like, why I keep getting 17? I be 2 points short. 2 points short. And I mean, I did everything. I went that time. I went on the ACT website. I mean, the ACT website can only help me so much because they only have a few questions. When you start doing them, you already get used to them. So, remind you, this is the 4th time I'm taking this test. I took the test, and I couldn't pass it. And we creeping like, I'm about to lose a year. And you got, I think, to pass the ACT, to take the ACT, you got like 10 tries. I was willing to take the 10 tries, to be honest with you, to pass that test. Because I want my diploma. I did 12 years of school. 12 years of school. Of course I'm going to want my high school diploma. My mom didn't have a diploma. I don't even think my dad got a diploma. So yeah. I'm like, oh yeah. Hold on. So I'm like, oh yeah, I need my high school diploma. My other friends, they already taking classes for their GED. I'm like, bro, I'm not settling for a GED, to be honest with you. I can't do that. Like, that ain't what I envisioned. That's not what I have for me. So I'm like, I study, I practice, do online. I ain't know what to do, man. By the time my mom, you ain't gonna do shit, you ain't gonna do shit. You ain't finna end up staying here all, like da-da-da, you can't pass the test. I'm like, oh my God. It's like, I was on my own, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was on my own. I ain't had nobody to help me. I mean, my mom can't help me because she ain't finished school. So I'm like, man. And I was listening to this Rich Homie Quan song. And the DJ in the, you know how certain DJ be playing the music. And then the song, at the end of the song, when I was walking to clear my head, it said, the DJ said, I think it's a quote by somebody, but he was just repeating the quote from somebody. It said, to get something you never had, you have to be willing to do something you ain't never had to do. I was like, damn. I felt that. I'm like, that's deep. To get something you never had, you have to be willing to do something you ain't never had to do. That, like, it's like a light bulb went in my head and it clicked. I'm like, I'm not passing this test. But have I done everything I had to do to pass it? No. So guess what I did? Matter of fact, I done hold on. I went online, right? I done purchased the book, the ACT book, the real ACT Prep Guide book. I'm like, you know what? Guess what? The ACT is a time test. Everything is time. It's not like I couldn't, like, if I really, if you had the amount of time in the world to take the test, I could have been past it. It's not that. The problem is you have 40 minutes. No, you have 35 minutes for 40 questions and passages. I'm like, and you got 75 questions for 45 minutes. And the math is 40, I think it's 40 questions in 40 minutes, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, it's been a while since I took the test. But, like, I'm like, yo, I ain't do this. So guess what I start doing? I purchased the ACT book. I wake up every morning. First of all, I start reading the prep. They have like they prep you before you take the practice test. The practice exam they have on the book. They're like, oh, you should eat. You should do this. You should do that. Things to do, like advantages you should do to help you pass the test. So I'm like, when I heard the quote, to get something you never had, you had to be willing to do something you ain't never had to do. I'm like, I ain't never really studied, like I ain't never dove deep in it. Guess what I start doing? I start timing myself. I grab the ACT book, grab my phone, and start timing myself. Last night I checked the ACT book, and I got still sticky notes on there. Cause the greatest thing I had to overcome at that time was time. The greatest thing I had to beat was time. I had to fight against time. So I'm like, bro, when I start doing it, like I time myself, I give myself like a certain amount of time. If this and that, like I said, 45 minutes for the 75 questions, but the ACT book, it break it down like you have 45 and whatever. So I'll cut that in half, the 45 minutes. And then, not in half, but I forgot how I broke it down. But I time myself and I start practicing. I start reading. I start practicing. I wouldn't make the times, but that's good. At least I was practicing. The whole ACT booklet is big. I start reading, I start practicing, I start reading, I start practicing, start timing myself. And every time I time myself, I wrote the time down. Every time I do it, I put the sticky note. I had sticky notes on the wall. I had sticky notes on everywhere in the book. Man, I had sticky notes everywhere. So, and then when I went to the reading, which is the most thing I needed to pass, oh man, I start reading. Okay, how long is it gonna take me? I broke it down. Okay, I have 8 minutes to read this passage, cause it's 40 questions. You have 40 minutes. I think it's like 4 passages. Everybody like, oh, you got 10 minutes for each passage. Yeah, you got 10 minutes. But in what ways can you use that 10 minutes to your benefit? And when I started practicing, I noticed it took me 8 minutes to read the passage, because the passages do be long. Take me 8 minutes and like 14 seconds exact. I'm like, okay, that means I got like 2 minutes, at least 2 minutes to answer these questions. And when I'm done with the questions, you know you're going to have a question that's hard on there, that you're not sure about it. I'm like, I got 2 minutes. Boom, practicing. Boom. I'm filling the time. Boom, 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 right? And I'm not making it. I'm like, damn. I kept practicing. I practiced at night, morning, during the day. I wake up like 6 in the morning. I used to stay in the neighborhood, and they used to have a basketball court and a pool next to it. The pool used to be open. During the morning, I go by the pool on the basketball court, and I start practicing the test. And when I'm done, I go back home, eat, and then in the afternoon, I go to the pool. The pool had the pool house, the shade under it. I kept practicing, kept timing myself. I'm like, then eventually, I start becoming better at taking the practice exam, and my time start being short. Cause my only problem was time. I realized through the whole time I only was time and practicing. So when you practice, so I'm recording this today. I'm to say, all you gotta do sometimes, like when you young, what you need to do to figure out the end result, like to succeed. And all I had to do is kept practicing. I start breaking down the ACT. I didn't only go do a little practice test and then go take the test. Like on the 5th time I passed it. The way I did it on the 5th time to pass the ACT wasn't the way I started. I was taking the tests. It wasn't the way I was taking the tests. The way I was taking the test on my 5th tries, guess what I start doing? I broke the story down. I was like, what this story is telling me. I timed myself. I'm like, this how long I got for this question. This how long I got for this passage. This and that, da-da-da-da. And that's what brought me to the quote. Again, to get what you have, you have to be willing to do. To get something you never had, you have to be willing to do something you ain't never had to do. Basically, you have to go beyond measures. You have to go beyond measures if you want a result that you want, the result you want to have. If you're not getting it, you're not doing something, or you're not giving it your all. You're not really, that's not really your top priority. You could do more. There's always more you could do. That's what I realized through that process. I realized there's more. I started listening to motivational videos every day before I took the test. And then, you know what happened? After I take them ACT tests, I became a man. Cause I used to depend on my mom. I had to get the ACT paper printed out. I walked like, it was 30 to 45 minutes. I walked to go get the ACT paper printed. Cause I'm like, bro, I'm not taking this no more. I'm tired. I'm fed up, but this is gonna be my last time. I'm fed up with it, man. So I went and printed my own ACT paper. I was ready to walk to the testing site to take the ACT test. And guess what I was doing? I was listening to motivational videos. I was listening to motivational videos crazy. Cause I was training my brain so much for the test. Cause that kept me going. I didn't know at the time I was training my mind, but I'm like in the negative state when you failing so much and you don't have like any positivity, you need some sort of positivity. Cause I didn't have that positivity. Like nobody was telling me, "Oh, bro, even though you fell in this, keep going." Nobody was telling me that. That's when I turned to motivational videos. That's like that's what helped me practicing. So I'm like, you always got to be willing to do more, man. Always. What you think is doing, if you think you're doing enough and you're not getting the result, just know you ain't doing as much as you could do to get the real result that you want. Cause, cause I wanted to pass the ACT. I wanted my diploma. I damn near cried. But what was I willing to do for it? Was I really willing to fail the whole year to get it? And that's what I did. Eventually, when you people people willing to accept success without the failure. People willing to glory, like to enjoy the glory without the pain. Cause 2015, I'm like, oh man, I never, I was positive. I never like, damn man, I'm dumb. No, I'm like, God, why am I going through this? Like, why am I not passing this? I mean, I question my intelligence. I'm like, I didn't say I'm not smart, but I'm like, am I smart enough for the ACT? But guess what? When I was taking it, I was trying to look for shortcuts. And sometimes people don't realize shortcut could affect the future. What I mean by that is the 2 times I cheated, if I would have never cheated and I started taking a test, maybe I could have passed it earlier on. God probably was trying to teach me a lesson. Ain't no shortcut in life. What you do early on in your life, you will pay for it later. You will pay for it later. Cause like imagine if I would have never cheated. I'm telling you like the fairy tale. I would have finished high school with my high school in 2015 with my diploma. I would have enrolled in college. Would have did 2 years at Miami-Dade College, and then I would have transferred to FIU by 2017, which would have been last year. That's if I didn't try to, take shortcuts and cheat. I would have been enrolled in FIU, Florida International University, in 2017, and I had dreams of playing football. And I had dreams of playing football for FIU, and I'm like, and I used to work at Sun Life Stadium, which is Hard Rock Stadium now. I'm like, one day I'm gonna play on this field. One day I'm gonna play in this field. But I didn't know my shortcut, by taking a shortcut, trying to cheat on the test to get my high school diploma, that it will push my dreams so far back. Because guess what? I always wanted to go to FIU. And I always said one day I will play at the Hard Rock Stadium because I worked there so much. I'm like, I look at the field, I'm like, oh my God, when this is going to be me one day, it's going to be me. And guess what? In 2018, FIU played University of Miami since 10 years. You're not getting it. I wanted to play football for FIU. I never knew. I'm not a psychic. I didn't know FIU would have played University of Miami. And University of Miami, guess what stadium they play in? Hard Rock. I didn't know FIU would ever play University of Miami. So I'm telling you, why am I saying this? Because I pushed in my dreams so far. Like, I felt like I went to the game, and I'm like, damn, man, that could have been me on that field. on that day. What day was it? September 22nd. I'm marking it down. I think 2018. I could have been on the field playing against FIU at Hard Rock Stadium when I said 4 years ago that I will play on this field. But that didn't get to happen because I tried to cheat my way through it. I tried to cheat it through the ACT. I mean, most people cheated. Some of them passed, but not every not everything is meant for everybody. So, so I looked at it. I'm like, wow. If I did everything the right way, maybe I could have been living my dreams right now. I could have been fulfilled that I would have played in that game. But guess what? I didn't because I tried to cheat my way and I missed a year. But now guess what? I'm a junior or something like that. Yeah, I'm a junior. By then, I would have been. Last year, I could have been a junior. I could have been probably getting my bachelor's right now. 2018 probably would have been my final year, my 4 years of college. But now guess what? Next year. So I'm saying this to, like, to the next upcoming people or kids. Don't try to cheat your way through life. Don't try to adversity. Don't try to don't try to don't try to don't try to BS your way through it, man. Don't try to cheat. Do it the right way. The right way will take long, but guess what? If I would have did everything the right way, guess what? I would have played that day. Maybe I would have played that day. But guess what? By not doing that, I pushed my dream furthermore. I pushed my dream way back. So you might not know what your behavior is costing you. So try to do everything the right way so you won't cost yourself way more down the line that you don't know about. That's what I have to say. I have to go to class. Thank you.